Your dad probably takes some other stuff. But you know what? For a Japanese war temple, I think they have better security.
For a sea, she's very low protection. I bet you would have a gun right about now.
Hey, first of all, treasure hunter. Second of all, you know how hard it is to get a gun in Japan? They're like outlawed here. You have to like go on the black. Whatever! Sid, what are you doing here?
Is it obvious? I can do, of course. You have to get paid.
Wow. I thought when you said you had to travel the world to find yourself, it was just because you weren't feeling it here.
Yeah, well, rough sobs like you. Anyway, hand it over so I wouldn't have to slash that little neck.
Okay. Just. Oh yeah. Okay, you've been keeping it shape.
And you have not.
Oh come on. Just call me Captain Nerd because I can do this. I forgot about
Nothing fair. What I'm about to do to you. This is me.
I'm stronger.
I'm so hyped up, my adrenaline's pumping. Here's my cue.
Oh my God.
Disturb the ancient dragon temple of ninjas.
What? Dude, Mortal Kombat turned its satellite wrong.
Prepare for battle.
Probably all melted in there too.
You are the chosen one.
Oh, hell no. Oh my God. Finally. Random ninjas, crazy ex-girlfriends. Can't stop me.
Wow, here we are. Woo. The hell happened here? Oh man. Was that a ninja over there? Look, whoever security is, they need to do a better job of this, but hey, this is easy. I thought this was gonna be dangerous.
Alright, Chief, come up here for a second. Matthew! Alright. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for so much for being here. I'm Philip Sean Devon. I'm a fight choreographer and actor. We're with me. I've got Anastasia Greco. And I've got Matt Carter. Anyway, I want to take a moment to talk about Movement United Gym. They couldn't be here, unfortunately, but I want to just acknowledge that they let us train in the facilities for over a month, just 3 days a week, trying to put this together. So, Movement United Gym is in Farmington Hills. They're a great group of guys, great team of coaches teaching parkour and all sorts of other things, and doing community outreach for the greater area. So, thank you. All right. So, that was the fight. Hope you had a good time. Now we're moving on to just breaking down how stunts work. If you have any questions at any time, throw a hand up, because this is the Q&A section as well. Matt, And Anastasia, if you would not abandon me up here, I appreciate it. Cool. So, anyways, the first thing we do in building a fight scene is to make sure that everyone is safe. That is my number one priority. As a stunt coordinator, fight choreographer, I have to make sure that everybody is going to be healthy, not injured, and very much protected. So usually my first round of questions are, hey, do you have anything in your medical history I should know about? Which people get a little cringy about, but like, I get it. But it's important for me to know physical limitations, you know? I myself have a ongoing shoulder injury. So like, Anastasia and I did this last year. And when Anastasia and I did it, one of the first moves I wanted her to do was an over-the-shoulder throw. And I was so excited about that move, and then I was like, Phil, you're choreographing it. Why would you do that to yourself? That makes no sense. And then I was like bummed for a second. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get this throw in. And then I thought of something way more creative. So instead, she ended up grabbing me more like by the face, and all I had to do was do a front flip over that. And so that looked way more stylish, way more original. And so there's always a way to work around it. So no matter what you think your physical limitations are, you can always find a way into stunt work safely. I work with a lot of actors, and a lot of actors don't have any technical stunt training. So one of the first things I do is figure out what their body can do, and then I work with it. I know that for The Matrix, like Hugo Weaving, who played Agent Smith, he had like a bad right or left arm. I can't remember which one. It just doesn't punch as well. So if you watch the movie, he just punches with the other arm a lot, and it works. It works. So there are a lot of techniques we displayed today in this demonstration. Obviously, this was live and there were no sound effects and music cues, so a lot of hits weren't supported that way. But I tried to show you basically what distance and angles can do to make a fight sell. On the other hand, one of the advantages of working with stunt people, which Matt and Anastasia are both trained martial artists, is that we actually get to hit each other a little bit. So one of the first moves that I came up with was the palm heel section, the palm heel to the chest. So Anastasia just really does hit me. There's no secret to it, there's no magic. She just doesn't try to like break my sternum. She just checks me enough that I know that I'm alive, I'm well, I'm awake, and I'm in this fight. There are sections where I do kick her, but again, I'm not trying to displace any of her organs, I'm just giving her a tap. And so the more you train at it, the more you can have control, the more you can do things to sort of support the scene in a way that you couldn't really get if you faked it. Do we have any questions so far? Anything about stunt work or what you saw today?
Use the security guard over here.
Yes.
So like, what happens if she actually gets injured like in the middle of film or something? Is she back to keep going?
So we have a good question. So what happens if one of us gets injured in the middle of filming? Typically, depending on the degree of the injury, we will stop the take because that's messed up. And we will just kind of go over and make sure that that person, that actor or performer is okay. There are times in which somebody gets accidentally tagged in a fight scene and we don't stop, and that's only if we get the sense that they're okay. So I posted this video clip a week or two ago where I got kicked in the throat. So my stunt partner, very wonderful woman named Julie Klein. She's a talented capoeirista. She was actually here yesterday, I think, performing capoeira live. And during the fight, we have this sword and shield fight. And during the fight, she's supposed to kick me in the chest, and I'm supposed to tuck over. One of the takes, she accidentally pressed against my throat. But the advantage was that she, being a trained martial artist, she only tapped me lightly. And because of my skill set, I was able to sort of tuck back with it. And so I avoided injury. And so we kept going. We didn't call cut. Because there's nothing worse than like getting slapped around and then being like, we can't use that take because everyone rushed over to see if you're okay. So it's sort of insult to injury. You try to keep going if you can, but safety first, obviously. Do we have any other questions?
Hey,
Yes, Alyssa.
how many weapons do you train with?
Me personally?
Everyone.
Sure. I know for myself, I have a Kali Eskrima background. That was the stick fighting you saw. So that translates to the sticks, that translates to swords, that translates to knives, and that translates to hand-to-hand. I also train in karate, Kempo karate and Uechi-ryu karate. and I've been training since I was 11 years old, and so that's my background. You guys?
I personally don't have a weapon background. I did Taekwondo for many years. We do not have weapon work, unfortunately, but as a martial artist and athlete since I was 3 years old, I'm able to just pick it up on the fly, so it's not a problem for me to grab any weapon and just start playing around with it.
What's up, everybody? I'm the ninja. My weapons specialties are bow staff, sword, nunchucks, throwing stars, pretty much the dangerous movie stuff, if that makes sense. My background is Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Hapkido, and Capoeira. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions? Any questions for me? No? Follow me on Instagram, MaxDayNinja. Same thing, YouTube, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Detroit is my Wakanda.
Woo!
Yeah, so it looks like we're probably dying down for the questions. Oh, Tiff. Oh, that's a great question. So how do I fall safely? I get thrown a lot in this fight. So a lot of it is just, I have a very brief gymnastics background. A lot of it is learning how to fall right away. So like, if, Matt, will you do the staff throw with me? Yeah.
Very simple. So this is called a stomach throw, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to safely roll back. If you watch on my back, slowly like arches like this. I'm going to put my foot right there on his stomach, right? What he's going to do is he's going to tuck his head in, right? I'm kind of going to give him a little bit of a lift to help him like go over, but I'm not going to like push it to where I'm throwing him. All right? Ready?
Okay.
Does that work?
So the trick for me there is to sort of roll off with my back. And if I was going to do like a flat fall, like the one I do at the beginning, butt hits first. So your butt has the most natural cushioning. So you would land butt first, and the rest of you would follow and act as if like, oh, that was the worst thing in the world. And that's kind of how you fake the falls. So, anything else? I'm trying to gracefully get the stage over because it looks like we're done. Thank you everyone for being so supportive. I appreciate you coming out to see a live performance of Fight Work at Sports Theater. I want to give it up for Joe Brown, who was the last gentleman on stage. He is one of the actors for the theater program. They are about to put on a very excellent show for you, so stick around. Thank you so much. Thanks to Dennis North for being my acting mentor and professor for many years. Thank you.